Hey everyone and welcome to Storytime. My name is Jake and today we are going to be looking at the subreddit r/prorevenge, where people tell us their best stories on how they got revenge on someone they didn't like. If you're new around here, please do hit subscribe down below so that you never miss out on another video, but for now let's sit back, relax and enjoy some pro-revenge. The client is not always right. This just happened. Couldn't wait to get home and post. I'm on cloud 9. I work at a big ad agency with large companies as our clients. We expect to work in partnership with our clients. We fire clients that treat us poorly. Usually, we treat each other with respect. Our biggest client has 5 different teams we work with, and one of them was led by Baseball Dad. Baseball Dad was the type of necklace marshmallow who gets wasted at his kid's baseball game and starts heckling the other kids. Just a boorish douchebag. He never approved any of our work, putting out awful stuff that his internal team made, even though he is literally paying us millions of dollars to make ads for him. His product was struggling to sell, and he blamed us, even though we were doing really well with the other 4 teams. He didn't know this, which comes back to bite him later. However, none of this is why we needed revenge. I don't care if a client wants to fail, I collect my paycheck regardless. However, he crossed several lines. 1. He was extremely sexist. He used to call my female co-workers sweetheart in the most condescending voice, comment on their clothes/bodies, and wink/smirk at me while they were talking, because we are both men, I guess. These women are highly accomplished, serious people, and they are like family to me. Huge misplay on his part. Baseball Dad was abusive to us. He would constantly interrupt us, tell us to shut up, call us vendors, and remind us he could fire us at any time. Baseball Dad would lie. He would tell his boss, actual nice guy but too busy to check closely, that we missed deadlines or forgot deliverables because he never checked his email. We would then have to awkwardly struggle to prove Baseball Dad wrong without calling him a liar so we could keep the business. He never owned up to anything he said to us on the phone. The final straw took place on a call between Baseball Dad and one of my project managers. I saw her run out of a room crying. She told me Baseball Dad said to her in a one-on-one call that she should worry less about budgets and more about wearing that nice top she wore at our last presentation. Gross. Revenge time. I told my cool boss that our team had enough of Baseball Dad. We were at our wits' end with his crap. Several of my co-workers were looking for new jobs. It's hard to hire good people, so my boss asked me to give her a day to figure this out. She wanted to lose Baseball Dad without the entire business. The next day, she showed up with our IT guy, who set up a voice recording on our conference line. It's illegal to record people without consent in my state, but Baseball Dad was late to every call. Too bad, because if he had ever shown up on time, he would have heard the new message kicking off every call. This call is being recorded. His team heard it and had no problem with it. I suspect they hated him too. For the next 2 weeks, we recorded everything. Every word of it. One of my audio engineers made a supercut of every terrible thing Baseball Dad said. Every sweetheart, shut up, no one cares what you think. My project manager even baited him into repeating what he said about her clothes on a budget call. This time, he literally said, "You're much better at flirting than budgets, sweetheart. That's why I like you." The supercut sounded insane when played all together. It was like an incredible piece of evidence. We sent it to his boss and his vice president and threatened to walk away from the work 2 weeks before product launch if Baseball Dad wasn't disciplined. They immediately apologized and begged us not to leave. They said it would be handled by Monday. My one sweet project manager he had been so gross to got the best part of the revenge. She anonymously sent the supercut to his wife using the email address she had posted on LinkedIn. I don't know what became of that, but I imagine it wasn't good. On Monday, Baseball Dad wasn't on the call. My boss snooped and found out that he had a few complaints prior and got immediately fired after we sent it through. He didn't see vendors as people, so he was shocked that his words towards us counted against his 3-strike policy. Apparently, he melted down completely as he was being fired. He said it was all because we were incompetent, but the other 4 team leads had all put in their numbers and said that it wasn't on our end. Their products were slaying. Wish I could have seen it. I imagine he came home to a very angry wife as well. We are all hitting the bar tonight in his honour. Screw you, baseball dad. Well, that guy sounds like a bit of a prick. How to train your roommate. A Fortnite intervention. I had 3 roommates, 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs. All of us were 20 to 21 years old, yet I was the only person in the house that wasn't completely burnt from college, snowboarding, and partying. In turn, I was always the one cleaning, taking out the trash, shoveling snow, patching holes in the wall, setting up the Wi-Fi, etc. I held the lease, the utilities, the Wi-Fi, and was the sole point of contact for landlords, neighbours, repairmen, anyone. My roommate, who lived upstairs with me, was privileged. He didn't work, his parents paid for his lifestyle, and didn't bother to check up too often. We had an adjoined bathroom. Basically, if I open my bathroom door in my room and he opens his in his room, we can sit on our beds and look each other in the face. The bathroom was quite small, so it was maybe 15 feet from bed to bed. He would always leave his bathroom door open, then loudly play Fortnite all night, screaming, "Let's go!" or "We got the dub, boys!" waking me up multiple times a night. In the past, I was cool with everyone having weird hours and our life being a flurry of bad choices, but I was growing up, and my friends were not. I had just gotten my first salary job at a large, well-known and hated corporate finance firm, at the bottom, hating life, being overworked, underappreciated, and being hyper-monitored. How long I was angry was a metric they looked at. It was tough. I gained 50 pounds in 6 months tough. I would wake up at 5:30 AM and my roommate would still be playing Fortnite. I started closing his bathroom door before I went to bed. He would just open it 30 minutes later and leave it open. I reached a boiling point one night and asked him to stop playing at night. He blew it off in his usual style, and rather than get angry, I got smart and started planning my revenge. Just like Pavlov's dogs, my friend was highly influenceable. There wasn't a lot of stimulus getting through his skull on a daily basis. First, I tried to be nice. Then, I tried full-on manipulation. I could turn off IPs from being able to connect to my Wi-Fi with ease. I don't think anyone in the house even knew that it was possible. They perceived Wi-Fi as this strange, magic box you plug into an outlet and then it just appears. I started blocking his Xbox IP every night before bed. He started using his phone to tether to his Xbox. I started blocking his phone and his laptop, and then I would switch them back on for like 15 mins, and then disconnect them when he was in the middle of a game. I was trying to get him to believe the Wi-Fi is just messed up late at night. After weeks of hearing him stomp around in frustration, and a couple of calls to the ISP, and convincing, clueless performance by yours truly, he admitted to defeat to the formidable Wi-Fi. My original goal was to make him quieter at night. I figured he would catch on that I was doing it and simply not yell at 3 AM every night. What happened was much better. He started going to bed at a reasonable time and waking up at 8 AM to play, when the Wi-Fi was going strong. Unfortunately, his cabal of 20-year-old Fortnite diehards did not have the luxury of not working and could only play at night. He got bored of playing without his friends and started hanging out at the local skate and shoe store where our mutual friend worked, and eventually got his very first job out of boredom. I single-handedly conditioned my friend to improve his life and mine in just 60 days, all without him knowing. That's like an r/wholesome revenge right there. My wife left me, lied about me, I got revenge. My wife decided to take a week-long break about a month and a half ago. She said it had nothing to do with me, she just needed some time on her own. I let her go, and encouraged her even. I only wanted what was best for her. The very next day, she started posting on social media, saying a bunch of things like, "I loved the wrong person," and "You deserve someone that supports you," etc. Standing on the outside, it's easy to assume I did something wrong here, but honestly, I'm a romantic man. I gave 110% into making sure the love of my life had everything. Here's the revenge bit. She asked for a divorce and has been making baseless lies about me to everyone I know over the last month and a half. Well, 2 weeks ago, she got laid off and has been collecting unemployment. I just finished filing a form to report her for fraud since she's working 2 jobs, under the table, that pay more than her previous job, and collecting unemployment on top of it. I also made sure to get her to text me details about said jobs, and screen cap them. Legally, I know I'm in the right, but it's still a crappy, vindicative thing to do. But honestly, I feel so good for screwing her over, knowing she won't be able to afford the house that she kicked me out of anymore. Hey everyone, I hope you all had a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you want to check out some other stories, then click on screen right now or check out the playlist down below. If you enjoyed that video, then please do leave a like on it and subscribe if you aren't already, but thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon.